Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be trying out the rest of my Sephora goodies that I bought during the sale. I did one of these a few videos back that I'll link. If you haven't seen it, you can go watch that one. But I had some products left over that I didn't try, and then I've gotten a few things since then, so we're going to try some more new makeup today. If you are new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty and makeup content on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you'll subscribe, and let's go ahead and get... Okay, the first few things we're going to be trying are from Iconic London, and it's the Underglow Blurring Primer and the new Skin Tint. I have been on a primer journey, I guess, over, I don't know, the last month or two. I've just been testing out tons. I just want to see if I can find the best ones. So this is the Underglow Blurring Primer from Iconic London. This bottle is so pretty. I love the bottle. So it's a dropper bottle, so you just kind of drop it or dispense it out on your hand. I have no idea, that may be way too much. I've already done my skincare and my sunscreen and all that. So this is what it looks like. Definitely looks pretty glowy. Very thin. It feels like a serum, like a skincare product, kind of. Not really much of a scent. Ooh, yeah, this feels really good. It's been 2 or 3 minutes. It feels like it's kind of set down. I wanted to look up close at this since they do say that this is a blurring primer. Typically something really radiant I wouldn't consider a blurring product, but they do say that this is. I mean, with nothing on my face, I don't know that I notice a ton of blurring of my pores. I mainly have them like right here is where I typically notice them. So I don't know. We'll have to see what the skin tint looks like over the top. But it did feel really nice. And I was looking at the box here, and it says that this has infused with blue light protection, vitamin C, and subtle pearls for a complexion that feels quenched and protected. It also does say that it has fragrance in it on the box, but I don't really smell any fragrance in it. So yeah, if it does, it's very mild because I couldn't smell it. So let's try this from Iconic London. This is the Super Smoother Blurring Skin Tint. And I've seen a few people talking about this, and this seems to be getting pretty good reviews. So I'm excited to try it. I have the shade Neutral Light. So it looks like this, just a nice little squeezy tube. I actually like bottles like this because you can just kind of squeeze it right on your face. You don't even have to squeeze it on the back of your hand and waste product. I'm kind of curious how this compares to the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop skin tint because I have recently fallen back in love with that product. I'm going to be using it in another video coming soon that you'll see in the next few days. And I've had that product for a while and I kind of forgot about it. I brought it out again and I totally forgot how much I love that product. It is such a good skin tint. But anyway, kind of want to see how this one compares to that one. I feel like this is pretty good shade match. Okay, it's blending out super easily. And I'm using my BK Beauty or 106 brush to blend this in. Okay, it's definitely giving pretty good coverage for a skin tint. So this looks really, really pretty, you guys. I don't have anything under my eyes or on my eyelids, so it looks kind of funky right now, but it's very, very pretty. It definitely reminds me of the Fenty one, the Eavesdrop. I think this one is just a little bit more luminous looking, and it could be with that primer underneath, I don't know. But if you like the Fenty Eavesdrop, this is similar. A little bit glowier though, just based on what I'm seeing. we'll see how it wears. The Fenty one wears really well on me throughout the day as well, so I love that about that one. Now, I want to show you something that I actually haven't showed you yet. I have tried this on myself one time, but I want to do it again and kind of see how I feel about it. I saw one of my favorite makeup artists, Kelly Ann. She was talking about the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, but she was talking about it in this shade, which is Toffee. It's medium 1.25, and she was saying she likes to use this color as a color corrector under the eyes for anyone that has like blue or purple tones. And so I was in Sephora and I was looking at this, and it actually does look like a really good peachy color that would work well. I don't know if it works on everybody, but she was saying that she uses this a lot in her kit on clients as a color corrector. So I wanted to I just got the little baby one to try it. And I did this once the other day. I didn't film it and I liked it, but I need to use it again. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this, and I'm not gonna use a whole lot because this shade is a little bit dark for me for all over the eyes, but I'm just gonna apply a little bit, and then I'm just gonna start lightly tapping this in. It's so interesting. I never think about using a different shade in a concealer as a color corrector instead of buying a product that's specifically labeled as a color corrector, but honestly, that's a really great tip. If you can't seem to find a color corrector that you just love, but you do have a concealer formula that you like, maybe see if there's one with a pink, peach, or orangey undertone, depending on your skin tone, that you could use like a color corrector. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, look at this on me. It literally, like, do you even see any of that discoloration under my eyes at all? It's definitely not like a brightening type of corrector. I would need to put something maybe a little bit lighter, like a tiny bit to brighten a little bit more. But I mean, that color, what she said about it is 100% true. It is really good. If you are my skin tone or even a little bit darker than me and you have the purple or blueness under your eyes, try this concealer and Toffee. I'm kind of liking it. I am very impressed. So on top of that, do I have a new concealer to use? No, not really. Other than the Milk one, but you guys have seen me, well, actually maybe we will use the Milk concealer. Hold on. Since this is my newest one, we'll go ahead and use this. So this is the shade 7 Neutral Warm. And I'm not going to use a lot because that NARS does everything really that you need it to do, which is amazing. This color in particular, this 7 Neutral Warm, is a very good match for my skin, like on my face. I've really been liking this since I tried it in that Trying New Makeup video. It's a really good match for me. I need to use this all over soon as like my only complexion product. I just haven't done it yet. So I'm using my same brush and just tapping this in. And then let me get you already know what concealer brush I'm gonna use. The Sigma F03. Yeah, I just can't believe how well that Toffee shade works as a corrector. I don't know why I haven't thought about that sooner, but that's a really good tip. Okay, I do want to try a new powder that I did get during the sale. This is the Sephora Microsmooth Multitasking Baked Face Powder. And I want to say I've almost picked this up before and I just didn't, but since Sephora collection is 30% off right now, I have been constantly reading comments seeing reviews of this powder saying that this is a very underrated powder and that it's very good, kind of like the Kosas powder, which is what it reminds me of because it's that baked formula. So I did get this, and I'm going to set my face because we're going to use powder bronzer and powder blush. So I am going to lightly set my face with this. This is the shade 25 Beige. But I keep seeing things about how good this powder is and that it's very highly underrated. So I really wanted to try it. So I'm taking my Morphe Ariel A21 and I'm just gonna lightly go over my face with this. I feel like it definitely did kind of smooth it out. Do you see? So this side has powder and this side doesn't. I feel like this color is pretty good too. Let me know if you've tried this because I'm curious. I just feel like I keep seeing things where people are saying it's so underrated. Looks pretty good on over this skin tint. I don't know that I think it's as blurring as that new House Labs powder though. That one is so good, you guys. I've continued to use it since I tried it in that Trying New Makeup video, and that one has really won me over so far. But this one is not bad. It looks pretty good over this skin tint. We're gonna try bronzer now, and if you saw my Oops, I Did It Again Sephora haul that went up either the last video you saw or the video before that, this powder bronzer, I have high hopes to try this again. The Gucci Eclat Soleil Luminous bronzer, and this one is the shade number 3. I had the shade number 2. Sorry if this is repeat information, but I had the shade number 2. I just could not get it to work for me. The shade, I don't know, the shade number 2 is darker than shade number 3 when you apply it. I don't know how, because that should be shade light, this should be shade medium, but I don't know. Shade 2 just wasn't working for me. So several people told me the reason I didn't love that bronzer was because I had the wrong color. So we're gonna try it again. I'm gonna use this Refer 05 brush. And if this shade doesn't work, I'm just gonna chalk it up to this bronzer just was not made for my skin tone. So I got some on my brush. It applies really beautifully. I don't know, I feel like this color is still not right. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's too warm. But shade 2 doesn't work either. I don't know. I'm gonna kind of tap over this with my sponge and see if I can tone it down a little bit. I mean, it's pretty. I just don't know if it's too much. I also have no color at all right now. So this is really the most fair I would ever be. Let's try this side. I mean, it's pretty. I don't know. I'm not sure why I'm having such a hard time with this one. And then I'm like, well, maybe I should have gotten shade 1. See, now I'm looking at it now that I've kind of blended it out. Maybe I do like this. I don't know. Somebody please help me. Maybe I do like it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's bad at all. I just don't know about the color, but I also didn't like shade number 2. So I don't know. So now I'm looking at it and I'm like, I like it. It look way more bronzed than I normally do, which maybe that's why I'm not sure about it. It's just not what I normally go for in bronzer, but now I'm like, maybe I like it. Okay. Anyway, let's move on to blush and highlight. This is the Silk Glow Duo from Iconic London in the shade Rose Glow. So it comes in this little compact and it looks like this. So you get a blush and a highlight. I mentioned in my, I think Trying New Makeup, the first one, that I saw Kelly Gooch talking about these, and how much she loved this color, and this pink in here is really what drew me to it. I love a good rosy pink blush, and this looked like exactly the kind of color that I like. And it has a little bit of shimmer, which I personally like in blush typically. So I am gonna just pop this on my cheeks. Ooh, that's pretty. It's very subtle. It looks pretty pink in the pan, but then I feel like on, it really is very muted, like in a pretty way, kind of like an Hourglass blush, like the ambient blushes, kind of like that vibe. Ooh, yeah, I think I'm gonna like this. And I'm using the Morphe Ariel A21, is that, or no, A22. Can't believe I can't remember the name of this brush because I use it all the time. Yeah, so there definitely is a little bit of shimmer in this, but it's not like, it's not glittery. There's just a little bit of sheen to it. Okay, I'm gonna go into the highlight in here also. So this color right here, and I'm gonna put a little bit of this on my cheekbone. This almost reminds me of the highlight in the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, if you know what I'm talking about. It's a little more on the subtle side, but it's so pretty on your face. That's kind of what this reminds me of. Oh yeah, that's nice. I really like this. Have you guys tried these from Iconic London? This blush, this pink though, I really like that. Before I move on, I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face with this Milk Hydro Grip. This has been my key lately in making my makeup literally last all day. No fading, no creasing. I don't know what it is about that stuff, but for me, it really makes my makeup last. Okay, I do have a new brow product to try, and it's the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows, the Micro Precision Tinted Brow Gel. This was an impulsive purchase. I'm not sure. I really don't have a reason as to why I bought this other than every time I've ever seen anyone use it, I'm very intrigued by how small the wand is. Like, look how tiny this is. Like, it is tiny. Like, way smaller than e.l.f. Wow Brow or really any brow gels I can think of off the top of my head. This one is in soft brown, and this is a product from Charlotte Tilbury I have not tried. So I am very curious to try it, see what it's like. Yeah, so this little wand, oh my gosh, it is so tiny. Color is definitely good. I'm not sure if they claim that this is supposed to have like fibers in it to make your brows look fuller. I love the wand. I wish more brow gels had a small little wand like this. Okay, so I think I like this. Brow products are tricky. It's hard to switch them up when you're used to certain things, but it did on this side kind of get like on the top of my brow right there, like on my skin. So maybe I should have done this product first. But anyway, I'm gonna lightly fill in where I have this larger gap in my brows with my CoverGirl pencil. Finished filling in my brows, and I applied a little bit of eye primer. Not super exciting, but we're gonna try this cute little beauty bento from Kaja. This is the Chocolate Dahlia shade, and I cannot wait to try this. So I swatched most of this stuff in my haul video, the first one. So if you want to see swatches and everything, go check out that video. But I'm very excited. So with this one, you get middle tone brown, a darker brown, and then this really pretty topper, which I'm very excited to use. I'm gonna go into the middle shade first, which is this really pretty neutral brown. And I'm gonna put this on my lid and kind of feather it up into the crease as well. And kind of blend it outward. Just a little. Ooh, yeah, that's a really beautiful transition shade, or just like an all over shade with just a little bit of color. This formula feels really nice and very silky, not super, super intense in pigment. Now let's take a little bit of the darker brown. Okay, I'm gonna take this BK Beauty A504, just the really, really tiny brush. I'm going to apply this in the outer part of the eye, kind of in the outer corner, but I'm also gonna kind of bring it down to the lash line a little, and then kind of flick it outward and upward. And then, as I always do, I'm gonna take my first larger fluffy brush and just kind of feather over it just to make everything look really nice and soft. I feel like these shadows are good for an everyday, on the go, easy, don't have to think about it kind of eye look, since you get 3 shades and you can use all 3 and get a full eye look, or just use 1 and get an eye look. But I feel like it's for somebody that doesn't like to do a whole lot but wants an option to do something every now and then. So I'm gonna take the shimmer topper, which looks really, really pretty, and I'm gonna use my finger, and I'm just gonna tap mine in the center of the lid and just kind of feather it up a little bit. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. I'm bringing it up because my eye is more hooded, so when I look straight on, a lot of my lid is hidden, so you kind of miss out on that really pretty shimmer color. But if you kind of feather it up, you can see it. So that's a good tip if you have a hooded eye. And I think that's all I'm going to do on the eyes. You could obviously apply more or less, whatever you want, but I'm very impressed with this. This is a very wearable eyeshadow, especially this shade Chocolate Dahlia, but they do have tons of shade varieties. But I really like this simple, easy, everyday eye look. So I don't have a new mascara, so I'm gonna quickly do that off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll finish up with the lips. Last, for the lips, I have a lot of lip products actually, but I mainly really want to use this. So this is the YSL Rouge Volupte Shine lipstick in the shade 44 Nude Lavaliere, I don't know. But I mentioned in my wish list video a while back that I always look at this lipstick when I go in Sephora and I swatch it and I just want it. So I finally got it and I cannot wait to use this color. And this, oh, I can already tell I'm gonna like this. So it's a very sheer kind of pinky brown. So I cannot wait to use that. But I also have the Rare Beauty lip liner in Worthy. So I figure we'll use this first because I haven't used this either. So that is Worthy, kind of a rosy nude. I really want to see how it looks with this YSL lipstick though. So let's try it out. Ooh, this smells like, it smells fruity almost, like kiwi or something. Feels really good though. Really, really thin and lightweight, but I love that color. And then I have that Patrick Ta lip gloss, and she's an influencer. I also have the lip oil from House Labs. I think I want to do this. So this is the shade Tint. It's the light pink one. Ooh, that's pretty. I was curious how this would compare to the Dior lip oils. This one is definitely thinner. Not as thick, for sure. Doesn't feel super sticky either. Ooh, yeah. I like that a lot too. Guys, that is going to be it for this video. As always, I just kind of want to go over the products that we tried and what my initial thoughts are. So first, the iconic London Skin Tint and Primer. Very impressed with these. I don't really agree, I don't think, about the blurring quality of the primer. I did apply powder on my face also, so the powder could be doing some of the blurring that's going on, but I don't know. I don't feel like I noticed blurring when I put the primer on initially, and I don't think I saw a ton of it when I applied the skin tint either. So I don't know about that. I like the glow. It gives a nice glow, but I get a nice glow from a lot of products, so I don't know about this one. I'll have to keep you updated, but not quite sure about the blurring quality on that. The skin tint is beautiful. I really like this. Like I said earlier, it reminds me of Fenty with a little more glow to it. So if you like Fenty and you want a new skin tint, you would probably like this one. If you like a little bit of glow. If you don't, I would still go with Fenty Eavesdrop over that one. This honey corrector, I can't wait to go back and watch this footage so I can really see what it looks like on camera, but I feel like this is a little hidden dark circle gem for certain skin tones. Obviously this color won't work for everybody, but if you are similar to me, a little bit deeper into the light medium range and you struggle with darkness, look into the shade Toffee in that concealer. Also have the Sephora powder. Again, this is good. I don't initially love it as much as that House Labs powder. That one is so good. That one just blew me away when I tried it, and I've been continuing to use it and still really love it. This one is good, but it didn't blow me away initially. The Gucci bronzer. You guys, tell me what you think of the Gucci bronzer, because initially I was thinking, I don't know, but now I'm looking at it and I'm like, no, it looks good actually. It gives me a really pretty warm glow. It just adds color to my face. I don't know. Let me know what you think of this color. Again, this is the shade 3. I definitely like this one better than shade 2. And the Iconic London Duo. I love the pink blush. I think if you like this baby doll pinky color and you like a little bit of luminescence to your blush, you would probably love this. The highlight's very pretty. It's more on the subtle side, so if you like a really beaming highlight, I would not recommend this one. But the blush is very pretty. In fact, I'm gonna put on just a little bit more because y'all know how I feel about blush. It is very similar though to the Pillow Talk palette from Charlotte Tilbury, the newer one, the Pillow Talk face palette. One of the colors in there is a pink that looks very similar to this on the skin. So if you have that, you probably don't need this, but I like it. It's pretty. The brow product, I do like. I don't know. I have to play around with brow things to really figure out how I feel. I do love that little wand. I might try doing it first the next time so I don't get this transfer on my skin because I don't love that, but not a big deal. The shade Soft Brown is a good shade for me. This little duo or trio from Kaja, so good. If you don't have any of these, I forget what the retail price is, but even regular price, these are not super expensive. And I just love it. 3 shadows, and I feel like it looks like I did a lot more and spent a lot more time than I actually did. So that I am very happy with. Glad that I got it. And then the lip. I really like this combo, especially this lipstick and this lip oil over the top. This color pink I just really like. I can't wait to try this lip oil on its own with just lip liner and see how it looks. But I really like the feel of it. It's not sticky at all. So if you're not a fan of the Dior lip oils, you might really like this one. And the Rare Beauty lip liner is nice. Not anything crazy, but it's just a matte lip liner. I like the rosy color, so I like the combo overall. But I think that is everything that I tried. Thank you so much for watching. I think this will go up the last day of the Sephora sale. So as always, I will list and link everything below. I'll also link in the description box my first try on haul if you're curious, and my other haul videos that I've done during the sale. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new, I hope you'll subscribe and make sure you're following me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1. And that is it for today. I will see you next time. Remember, simply be you. Bye.